Mike. If there is any better way to spend the afternoon, of course, this must be at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. Hello, good afternoon, wherever you might be getting our voices and signals. You most welcome and welcome back to the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. And of course, it is the Dibakunda Derby. And the Dibakunda Derby between DK United and Jarintong Football Club. And currently the ground is set and is all set for this huge class. And the class in the Dibakunda Derby between DK United and Jarintong Football Club. Dibakunda currently dressed in red shorts and red and white socks. And the team is under the guidance of head coach Mod Lamin Jobate. Lamin Fati is his assistant. Jarintong is having Ba Mukhtar Drame as head coach. Ibrahim Sengor is his assistant. And we have to apologize. And of course, it is playing from our right to left. Our left commentary cabin and in Dibakunda Derby. And it's of course match day 3 for both sides. Dibakunda United against Jarintong Football Club. DK United, just as I said earlier, is under the guidance of Mod Lamin Jobate. And Mod Lamin is ably and reliably assisted by Lamin Fati. Ba Mukhtar Drame is on the dogguard for Jarintong, and he's been assisted by Ibrahim Sengor. DK starting this game with Bafode Jete in goal, Sidi Hydra, Usman Drame, Mohamed Drame, Alaji Morungom, Mohamed Kuyate, Abubakar Drame, Usman Danso, Yaya Jalo, Momodo Drame and Ba JD Drame completing the 11. for the boys dressed in red shorts and red and white socks. And Jarintong is starting with Musa Drame in goal. Mohamed Kamara, Yusufa Sane, Ali B Drame, Bangalin Jai, Modun Jai, Goran Jai, Usman Drame, Mamadou J Drame, Mohamed Jobate, and Malang Jambang completing the 11 for Jarintong Football Club. And currently Jarintong is already with 3 points, while DK is just on a point. And the winner of this contest will surely have a great standing as far as Group G is concerned. And in this group we have Manga 11 currently leading the chart with 7 points after 3 matches. Josuang City on second after 2 matches with 4 points. Jarintong on 3 points after 2 matches. DK with a point after 2 matches, and Old Josuang with also a point. And under this game, of course, is currently being officiated by Mariama Fall, who is serving as the central referee, ably and reliably assisted by Mohamed Suwane. John Mendy and Barham Cham is, of course, serving as the 4th assistant referee in this crucial and lively Dipakunda derby. Kemo Kanye, of course, is the 3 p.m. game from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. And of course, we have seen that unity between the two sides. And we were made to understand that DK United and Jarintong are using the same pitch and, of course, train together. And this afternoon, it is a clash between the two sides. The two sides that normally train together are currently facing off in Group G tie in the 3 p.m. game at the Serekunda West.
Yeah, Pa, that makes the tie, I mean, a very, very interesting one, and also a very hopeful one for either of the sides here, because knowing that, I mean, we are both in the same area and, of course, train on the same ground, so now taking on one another. But we have also seen that unity in them, as you have earlier stated, before the game kick off. You have seen them taking and both sides are coming together to take a one photo, and then that shows you that yes, it is football that have brought us here. But we will be shortly playing against one another. But nonetheless, I mean, we are from the same area and we are all from the same Dipakunda. Perhaps living on the same. Some of these players can be living in the same, I mean, household. So playing against your opponent or your brother here, it's not about being enemies, but about, I mean, it's about a rivalry that has brought to this particular ground by football. Other than that, there is no other rivalry between the two. So they have shown that, they have manifested that before the game starts. So we are hoping to see a very, very tough test between the two, because derbies are never easy. And then in the initial part of this game, you have seen that force from either of the side pushing very hard in trying to actually get themselves to the lead before their opponents are forced. Because in derbies, when you concede the goal, it is always very, very difficult for you. And then both sides are prepared for that coming into this particular game. So this is why already you have seen a tense atmosphere between the two already.
Great beginning and start between DK and Jarintong, and these are all Dipakunda sides staying and living together in Dipakunda. And in the 3 p.m. showdown, it is Dipakunda United against Jarintong. And in the 5 p.m. game, it's going to be Josuang City up against table toppers Manga 11. Manga 11 in Group G already on 7 points after 3 matches, while Josuang City on second. So of course in the 5 p.m. game is going to be the top of the table class in Group G. In this year's Serekunda West Soma Nawettan. Just as I said earlier, central referee is Mariama Fall, ably and reliably assisted by Mohamed Suwane. John Mendy and Barham Cham is serving as the 4th assistant referee. And of course in the 5 p.m. game between Manga 11 and Josuang City, we're going to have Barham Cham serving as the central referee and will be assisted by John Mendy, Mohamed Sawane, and Mariama Fall will serve as the 4th assistant referee. And that is Mariama Fall, and that's going to be a yellow card. That's the 4th yellow card dash out to Goranjai of Jarintong. That was, of course, a reckless tackle. That's a reckless challenge on the player. And Mariama Fall, the central referee, and of course one of the finest, if not the finest female referees playing in the Serekunda West Soma Nawettan. And of course played matches in the 2nd tier, Fall Mariama. And she's been given the responsibility in the 3 p.m. showdown between DK United and Jarintong. Both sides hoping to secure maximum points, or at least to have a better standing as far as Group G is concerned. And currently, Manga 11 leading the chart. 2nd, Josuang City. 3rd, Jarintong on 3 points. DK on 4th, and Old Josuang on 5th. And in this group, we're only going to have 2 sides to be advancing to the next phase of the competition. An uphill task for both DK and Jarintong. Both sides hoping to advance to the next phase of the ongoing Serekunda West Summer Nawettan. DK United, one-time knockout champions and Super Cup champions in Serekunda West, up against a Jarintong side who won the league or the knockout in 1996, 2017 league finalist, and in that league final lost to Jantabi in the league final. And Jarintong up against DK, and these are two sides from Dipakunda. Already a player is currently down. Yes, a player currently down, and central referee Maria Mafal will attend to the player in question before giving any green light for the medics to come to the rescue. In case you're just joining us, you are reminded that we're still coming to you live from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. And of course, it's a noisy background from the Serekunda West. Our supporters. Afode Keita in goal. Sidi Hydra, Usman Drame, Mohamed Drame, Alaji Morungom, Mohamed Kuyate, Abubakar Drame, Usman Danso, Yaya Jalo, Momodu Drame, and Bajedi Drame completing the 11 for the boys dressed in red colors. And Jarintong under the guidance of Ba Mukhtar Drame and Ibrahim Senghor is starting with Musa Drame in goal, Mohamed Kamara, Yusuf Asane, Ali B Drame, Bangalin Jai, Modun Jai, Goran Jai. We have a whole lot of Jais in the starting 11. Osman Drame, Mamadou J Drame, Mohamed Jobate and Malang Jambang is a decent one. DK in their own half, not for too long. Gora trying to get some penetrations, and this time an upward, an effort from the number 2, Goran Jai, but Gora's effort never troubled the custodian. And the goalkeeper for DK is Bafode Jete. Bafode Keita rather in goal for DK. And DK in their first game got beaten by Joswang City by a goal to nil. Before playing out a nail-biting 1-1 scoreline against Manga 11. And this is the third outing up against Jarintong. And the last fixture is going to come on the 2nd of October against Old Joswang. And Manga 11 will be taking on Joswang City in the 5 p.m. game this afternoon at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. Spreading it wide on the far side is DK. Ame trying to cause some problems around the edge of the 18. Can they find the back of the net from this instance? But the central defenders for Jarintong are currently resolute and trying to nullify every attack being posed by DK United. It is still 0-0 from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium, and it is live on LSTV1. Parlamin Fati, Kemo Kanye, and behind camera operations for LSTV1 is Osman Kamara. Noisy background from the Serekunda West. Lively and entertaining fixture between the two Dipakunda sides. DK up against Jarintong. These are sides that train and play together. And of course this time it's a clash between the two. Both sides eyeing for a victory, at least to have a better standing in Group G, where Manga 11 is leading the chart with 7 points after 3 matches. Joswang City after 2 matches, played 2, won 1, drew 1. Jarintong after 2 matches, won 1 and lost 1. DK United after 2 matches, drew 1 rather, lost 1. Old Joswang after 3 matches, beaten once, drew once, or beaten twice and drew once. Anyway, for Old Joswang, it's an opportunity for DK, and this time wouldn't be a troubling moment for the custodian. And this wouldn't be a troubling moment for the netminder. Musa Drame for Jarintong. The custodian for Jarintong is Musa Drame. It is currently a lively one from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. It has been a great beginning for DK and Jarintong. DK hoping to win it, and equally Jarintong as well. Both sides hoping to get a victory in this contest to have the chance around the edge. DK now, is that going to be a foul? Central referee Mariama Fall has already waved for a play on. And before that, the flag of the assistant referee is already up. And there is a player currently down injured for DK United. And the player in question is Yaya Jalo. Kemo Kanyi, we have already seen interesting beginning between these two sides. Both sides hoping to win it. As currently DK United and Jarintong are already on 3 and 1 point. DK or Jarintong rather is on 3, while DK is just on a point. Both sides will be hoping to win it, at least to have a better standing, as we currently having a group of 5, where only 2 sides will advance to the next phase of the ongoing Serekunda West Summer Nawettan. And currently in pole position, we have a Manga 11 on 7 points after 3 matches, won twice, drew once with 7 points. Josuang City, after 2 matches, won 1, drew 1. And then currently it's a battle between Manga 11 and Josuang City. And also Jarintong and DK United will also want to have a victory to have a better position in the group standings currently.
Yes, Jarintong, if they are able to win this, they will be advancing to 6 points, while their opponents DK, I mean, this is a must win for them, because I mean, playing 2 games, you are only able to, I mean, get yourself or secure 1 point after that. So playing your 3rd game is a do or die for you. They will be hoping to win this, because they are the team that is currently at risk here of, I mean, getting back to the relegation. So let's see what will happen here. But DK needed this game very well, because they are on 1 point, so as their opponent Jarintong wouldn't want to lose this particular game, because they currently are on 3 points, and then losing this particular game will be costly to them. So that will see DK climbing on top of them. They will be only ahead of old Joshua, so they wouldn't want to lose this as well. They can settle for a draw. Jarintong, that will be a better result for them to lose this particular game, because if they are able to settle for a draw, meaning they will be on 4 points, and then together with Joshua City in the end there. So for DK side, they must win this for them to be sort of anything to any sport of qualification, because this is the 3rd game. Though they will need to play 4 games, so they will need to win this, or at least settle for a draw, so that they can pray that when they win their last game, they will be on 5 points. But that also depends on the on the results from the other teams that are currently in the group. So it's a very, very difficult game for either of the side. None of them will want to lose this. If you lose this particular game, that will be perhaps can ruin your season in trying to get yourself advanced to the next stage. So a win for either of the sides here will be very much appreciated by both gaffers. So let's see which of the sides will be able to win this, or if the regular time fails to separate the 2 sides. Of course, they will share the spoils here, and that will be to the advantage of the Jarintong side part.
That will definitely to the advantage of Jarintong. It is DK on the attack, and order the player Rasul, and the player in question for DK is Yaya Jalo. Yaya 11. There's already a set piece for the boys in red, playing from our left to right from our cabin, while Jarintong kicking from our right to left. It's a set piece for the boys in red colors. 14 Abubakar Drame will deliver. Scored the only goal in the 1-1 draw against Manga 11 around the area, and the goalkeeper alert enough and just there in time to gather that ball with ease. But he seems to be in pain, and the central referee Mariama Fall will attend to the player to assess his level of injury before urging the medics to come to his rescue. And the medics are already on the pitch at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. In case you're just joining us, it is all coming to you live. It is a lively and entertaining afternoon from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium in the 2025 Serekunda West Summer Nawettan, and if you may like, call it the Suweso Summer Nawettan. The goalkeeper for Jarintong, Musa Drame, is down, being assisted by the medics. And the central referee, Mariama Ofal, very close. Mariama in this contest, having the assistance of Mohamed Suwane, John Mendy, Barham Cham, the fourth assistant referee, and Nima Bajan is the match commissioner. Noisy background. And it is, of course, interesting on and off the pitch at the Serekunda West, wherein we have fans behind both sides, DK United and Jarintong, cheering their boys to glory. It's the Dibakunda derby between DK and Jarintong. The goalkeeper back on his feet, going long around the area. DK will try to keep possession in their own half. Switching the play to the pacey Yaya Jalo around the area, and the goalkeeper, and this time goalkeeper to the rescue of Jarintong. And the goalkeeper this time is penalized, and the player is currently and still down. And Mariama Fall, the central referee, will assess his level of injury before deciding what to do next. Is he going to call on the medics, or the player will be back on his feet? Remains to be seen. The number 11, Yaya Jalo, is already back on his feet. Central referee Mariama Fall is currently having a word with the fourth assistant referee, Barham Cham. I think they have an issue with the communication device currently, and Barham is fixing that for Mariama Fall, the central referee. Ably and reliably assisted by Mohamed Suwane, John Mendy and Barham Cham. Mariama Fall, the central referee. She is indeed one of the finest, if not the finest, female referees playing in this tournament. Mariama Fall, the trusted central referee of this Dibakunda derby between DK United and Jarintong. DK will have the opportunity, and DK United seem to be the most impressive side since the commencement of this lively and great Dibakunda derby against Jarintong. 14 on his back. Abubakar Drame scored a spectacular free kick in the 1-1 draw against Manga 11. Will he be able to replicate such a performance? Remains to be seen. Hands on him. Abubakar Drame. Two-man wall assembled by Jarintong. Mariama Fall, the central referee, any moment from now will give the green light. Interesting moments, interesting afternoon from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium in the great and lively game between DK and Jarintong. It's a set piece. Abubakar Drame to deliver. Abubakar Drame floats that around the area, glancing header, and that is partly done by Jarintong. It is now Jarintong on the attack, trying to get some problems for DK here, spreading it wide, and the flag of the assistant referee is already up. The flag of the assistant referee is already up, and already up against Jarintong. And Jarintong currently dressed in light green shorts, black shorts and white socks, under the guidance of head coach Ba Mukhtar Drame and Ibrahima Senghor. Modlamin Jobate and Lamin Fati are the technical, or are the trusted technical members for DK United, a team from Dibakunda, against Jarintong, a team from Dibakunda. Long and high one, strongly headed out. It is Jarintong, spreading it wide on the far. That's a foul. That's a foul as signaled by the central referee, Mariama Fall. She is indeed a confident referee, a confident female referee, Mariama Fall. She is being trusted to officiate this crucial Dibakunda derby between Jarintong and Dibakunda. All coming to you live on LSTV1 at the Cabinet Parliament Fati Kimo Kanye, and behind camera operations is Osman Kamara. Incredible afternoon from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. We are indeed loving it on and off the pitch. It's a busy technical area for head coach Ba Mukhtar Drame, and also for Modlamin Jabate and his boys. It's a set piece. Mariama Fall giving the final instructions. Momodu J. Drame to deliver this set piece. Drame Momodu, 17 on his back. It's a crowded penalty area for DK United. Jobate Momodu floats that, and this wouldn't count. It's a busy technical area. As both gaffers are very much aware with the consequences the defeat will cause. It has been a whole lot of movement for both gaffers around the technical area and searching for a breakthrough. Who is going to get it remains to be seen. Is it going to be Jarintong or DK? Is now the biggest question. The boys in red colors against the boys in light green shorts, black shorts and white socks. Jarintong against DK. It is the third match for both sides. Both sides hoping to win it, and of course having the chance to win it, they have to secure maximum points. DK in their own half, spreading it wide. Dribble past one and looking for more. Set piece for DK. The score is still unchanged, 0-0 from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. Long and high one around the area, glancing and to guard the ball, and the goalkeeper allowed enough to guard that ball, Musa Drame. And Musa Drame is in goal for Jarintong. Mohamed Kamara, Yusuf Asane, Ali B. Drame, Bangalin Jai, Modun Jai, Goran Jai, Usman Drame, Momodu J. Drame, Mohamed Jobate, and Malang Chambang completing the 11 penalty area. Crowded penalty area for Jarintong. DK floats that, strongly headed out by team captain and number 5. And the team captain is Osman Drame. Danger still not averted on the far side. Kemo seemingly DK United seems to be the most impressive side since the commencement of this contest. But they are currently struggling to find the back of the net with numerous goal scoring opportunities. And the closest they came was not long ago when Yaya Jallo flashed in a decent one, but unfortunately never troubled the custodian. But looking at the two sides, DK undoubtedly the most impressive side since the commencement of this showdown.
Very well, they are the team that is more impressive at the moment in this first 30 minutes that we have watched them played here. But I mean, Jarintong also, their chances may fall to them. Remember, they come to this particular game with mentalities. Perhaps Jarintong can negotiate for a draw, but DK, for them, a draw is not, a result that they will be happy with. So the only result I believe they will be happy with is to go home with the maximum 3 points, so that they will be going home with 4 points ahead of their opponents, Jarintong, who are currently on 3 points. But Jarintong, on the other hand, wouldn't also want to lose this. Maybe a draw would be okay for them, but a loss for them would be perhaps a very, very bad result for them, and then they are aware of that. So perhaps this is one of the reasons they are trying to stay back and then hitting DK on counter-attack and football, while DK going all out on them and trying to making sure that they score against their opponents, so that they can better their standing at the on the table. So This is the difference between the two. The other one, Jarintong is on 3, and then their opponent DK are currently on a point. So for them to settle for a draw, DK United wouldn't be welcome. Wouldn't be a welcoming result for them, and also they are faithful. Why DK can settle for a draw and then still make their way rather to the next stage of the league here. But they both have another game that they will need to play after this start game here. So it's also another important 3 point ahead of them. But for now, DK are the team that is mounting more pressure on their opponents.
Musa Drame, the trusted goalkeeper. Long and high one. Show the game between Manga 11 and Joshua City, which is top of the table class. The top of the table class between Manga 11 and Joshua City at 5 p.m. at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. Manga 11 currently on 7 points after winning 2 of its first matches and drawing 1 in the process. And you could hear the class and cheers coming from the supporters of DK United. What a moment, what a showdown, what a moment and showdown from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. It is DK up against Jarintong. Both sides it is still Jarintong in their half. What a skill and what a tone from the player. And that's a foul, a signal by the central referee, Mariama Fall. Mariama Fall, the trusted central referee. And the fourth assistant referee is Mohamed Swane, John Mendy. And Barham Cham is the fourth assistant referee, Nyima Bajan, the match commissioner. It's of course a set piece. Set piece for DK United, the most impressive side in the contest since the commencement of this crucial showdown. Mariama Fall has already pointed for a set piece and against Jarintong. It's a set piece for DK. Will DK be able to convert this? Remains to be seen. It's a set piece. DK to benefit. DK trying to test the goalkeeper from distance, but this time, unfortunately, he never troubled the goalkeeper. He never troubled the goalkeeper. It's still the first half. It is still the first half between DK and Jarintong. And both sides are still struggling to find the back of the net. After playing majority of the minutes in the first half, DK nil, Jarintong nil is the score. Switching the play from the right to the left around the area. It is Jarintong now. Great opposition or great possession, but not for too long as the side lost possession to DK United. DK on the other end will now use the right side to penetrate. This time too strong into the gloves of the netminder. And the goalkeeper is Musa Drame. And Musa Drame is in goal for Jarintong, whilst DK United is having Bafode Keita. It's a Dibakunda derby. The winner will solely go home as the winner of the Dibakunda derby of 2024-25 between Jarintong and DK United. And of course they are in Group G alongside Joshua City, Manga 11, Jarintong, DK and Old Joshua. And already in that group we have Manga 11 with 7, Joshua City with 4, Jarintong with the old Joshua is currently on a point. What a tackle. And what a tackle. And that was definitely timely. And that was a decent tackle from one of the central defenders of DK United. Kemo Kanye, that was definitely a great tackle. And then you could hear the claps and cheers from the supporters of DK in appreciation for that tackle just after the central defender was just there in time to definitely block that ball from the feet of the player.
Yeah, a timely tackle for from the defender there, honestly. I mean, he could have been booked if he had missed that particular tackle, but I mean, he calculated very well that this is the right time for me to go in for the tackle, and then he got the ball. There wasn't anything there. That was a strong defending from the DK United defender, and then the play is now allowed to continue because there wasn't any foul. Indeed, the contact was, I mean, completely on the ball, entirely on the ball, and then he got the ball very well, and then they are now forcing here goal.
And that's the breakthrough for Jarintong Football Club. And there is already a goal on Mohamed Jobate. Jobate Mohamed broke the deadlock from the Serekunda Westminster Stadium. And in the Dibakunda derby, it's currently 1-0 and 1-0 in favor of Jarintong. DK United trailed by a goal to nil, and you could hear the drums, cheers and claps coming from the supporters of Jarintong, who have just taken the lead at the Serekunda.
Put the ball into the back of the net here, but that was a beautiful solo goal from Mohamed Pa.
Beautiful solo goal from Mohamed Jobate for Jarintong. DK seems to be the impressive side since the commencement of the game, but currently Jarintong rewarded by a goal courtesy of Mohamed Jobate. That's a foul. That's a foul as signaled by the central referee. And Jarintong is already rewarded with a goal coming courtesy of Mohamed Jobate, number 10. It's a set piece for the boys in red colours who trailed by a goal to nil at the Serekunda Westminster Stadium. It is indeed lively. Jarintong 1, DK nil is the current score. And if the score should remain like this, we're going to see Jarintong moving to 6 points. And we'll also hope the results in the 5 p.m. game to be in their favor, where it's going to be top of the table clash between Manga 11 and Joshua City. And it's Joshua up against Manga 11 in the 5 p.m. game. And it is currently DK United and Jarintong, and DK nil, Jarintong 1. It's a set piece for DK. Jarintong currently on the driving seat, leading by a goal to nil in the Dibakunda derby. Two-man wall assembled. Central referee Mariama Fall any moment from now will give the green light around the area. DK floats a strong header into the gloves of the netminder. And the goalkeeper wouldn't be in any hurry as he on his Jarintong side are currently leading by a goal to nil. Leading by a goal to nil at the Serekunda Westminster Stadium. What a showdown and what an afternoon from the SK West in the 3 p.m. showdown. DK against Jarintong. Great beginning for DK. Unfortunately, could not find the back of the net, and currently the goalkeeper Musa Drame is down. He wouldn't be in any hurry, Kemo Kanye, and seemingly we might be seeing the additional minutes any moment from now, as we have already played 39 minutes into the fourth period and the goalkeeper is down. Probably that might be some time-wasting tactic, and Jarintong will be hoping to get back into the dressing room with their noses in front. And if they are able to hold on to this 1-0 advantage, it's going to be 1-0 up for Jarintong at half-time.
Yes, might be a tactic. The goalkeepers, I mean, Weston over there might be a tactic to frustrate, I mean, the DK side, and also to calm the tempo of the game to their favor, so that when the play resumes in a couple of minutes or three, we are going to see the center referees or the officials putting an end to the first half here. Then they will have another 40 minutes that they will need to do the job, and then go home with the maximum 3 points. Jarrington, this is what they will be fighting for, and then the goalkeeper might be playing a tactic there to actually, put the game to bed in the first half, and then when they come into the second half, they will know that they will need to maintain themselves. You can see there's 3 minutes of additional time here that's been added. He's just woke up, and then he will be allowed to continue now under 3 minutes here before the final whistle is gone. So let's see what they will be able to do, whether they can defend this 3 minutes of additional time here, and then go to the halftime break with this 1-0 lead here. If so, that will be a very good result for them in the first half. We have seen the team that has been dominating, especially in the initial part of the game, have now seen themselves behind in this particular game, because they are currently losing by a lone goal, 2-0. DK, they are the team that was mounting a lot of pressure on their opponent, but in the end, it is Jarrington who have that particular chance from Mohamed Jobate brilliantly, driving the ball, about 40 yards, and then dribbling past a couple of defenders before he was able to put the ball into the back of the net. The one would say the best team lost in the first half, but nonetheless it has been a strong fight from either of the sides here into this particular game. So a game plan has been working very well for the Jarrington side since the start of the game, and then indeed this is what they have done. They keep their cool in the entire minutes that we have played here, and then in the end finding themselves in front here into this particular game. So currently they are leading by a goal to nil. If the game ends like this, they will be going home with another 3 points here, putting them to 6 points after 3 games per.
Thank you very much, Kim Okanyi. And into the final moments of the additional minutes at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. DK United nil, Jarintong 1 is the current score, and Jarintong got their noses in front courtesy of Mohamed Jobate. And Jobate's lone goal is the current difference between the two Dipakunda sides. DK United against Jarintong. DK United from Dipakunda, Jarintong from Dipakunda, and DK United will be hoping to win it, and equally Jarintong as well. Jarintong currently on 6 points. What is the goalkeeper trying to do here? That would have been costly, but anyway, the goalkeeper had enough to regard that ball with ease. It's a long one from the netminder. And before coming to this contest, Manga 11 leading the chart with 7 points. Joswang City after 2 matches won 4. Jarintong before this game on 3, and if they are able to hold on, will move to 6 points in Group G. DK United before the game lost 1, drew 1 on a point. Joswang United, or Old Joswang United, is already on a point into the gloves of the netminder Bafode. And Bafode is a trusted goalkeeper for DK United. Is that the final action? And there we go. Central referee Mariam Afal has already blown the final whistle in the first period between DK United and Jarintong, and currently is DK United nil, Jarintong 1, and it is half time from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. Half time between DK United and Jarintong. We will definitely have 15 minutes of rest, and we'll be back for the continuation of the live commentary. And in the final and second period between DK and Jarintong, it has been Parliament Party Kemo Kanyi, and behind camera operations is Osman Kamara. Until then, bye bye till we come your way in the next 15 minutes. Welcome back to the Serekunda West Mini Stadium in the Group G Dipakunda derby between DK United and Jarintong. And both sides hoping to pick it from where they left it in the first half. And now it's going to be Jarintong from our commentary cabin. DK dressed in red colors, Jarintong in light green shirts, dark green shorts and white socks is around the area. DK trailed by a goal to nil. Can they find a leveler here? Central defenders of Jarintong just there in time to get that ball off the area. It is already a stiff battle in the Dipakunda derby between Jarintong and DK United. DK United, Dipakunda, that's a clash between the goalkeeper, Musa Drame, and one of the offensive players for DK. And Musa will use every opportunity to wind down the clock here, as Jarintong currently enjoying the 1-0 advantage against DK in the Group G class between Jarintong and will be taken swiftly, DK United against Jarintong. Bangalinjai just there, quickly taken. It is now DK in their own half, or in their opposition's half rather. Any moment from now we're going to see double substitution, and it is DK now. Can they find a leveler here? Partly palmed away by the custodian, but before that the flag of the assistant referee is already off. The flag of the DK will take off. Momodu Drame is one of the players of, and Usman Danso is also off. Double substitution effected by the boys in red colors who trail by a goal to nil. And if they want to have anything in this contest, have to get an equalizer, or else they will surrender maximum points to Jarintong, who are currently leading by a goal to nil. It's of course an uphill task for DK in the second half. They have under 40 minutes and what is expected to be added on to get a leveler, or else they will surrender maximum points. There seems to be the hungrier side in the second period around the area. The flag of the assistant referee is already up against Malang Jambang. Kemo Kanyi, brilliant first half we have seen, and already we have seen fantastic beginning for both sides. But currently the most impressive side in the second half once again is the side that is currently trailing by a goal to nil, DK United, who needs to score an equalizer, or else they will surrender maximum points to Jarintong Football Club, who scored in the first half and currently enjoying the 1-0 advantage.
Yes, Jarintong will love to at least, stay onto this particular lead here if they are not able to add up their advantage towards the end of this particular game. But while their opponents, DK United, are having a bigger job than them, because for them, they must score twice to be able to win this particular game, or at least score a goal here without allowing Jarintong again to put another ball into the back of the net here, for them to be able to at least go home with a point if they are not able to secure the maximum 3 points for this particular game. So that is the job for them, DK United. They are having a very, very huge task to be done here in this final 40 minutes that we will be playing here. But their opponents can stay under this and then still go home with what they yearn for, because it is the points that they will be working for when coming into this particular game. You want to win a game and then go home with the 3 points, regardless of the number of goals that you have scored. But already a 1-0 win would be enough, I believe, for Jarintong. They know that in a derby, if you are able to at least maneuver your way with a narrow win, that alone could be a very, very good result for you by at least clinching the maximum 3 points, or accumulating the maximum 3 points to your favor. So then with that, they will be moving to 6 points, while their opponent DK United will want to win this. They must score 2 goals here to win this particular game without their opponents as well adding their advantage into this particular game. So that's the huge task that they have currently.
Thank you very much, Kimo Kanye. Interesting second half between Dipakunda United and Jarintong around the area. And Jarintong Ipakunda now trying to push a whole lot of pressure on Jarintong. It's an opportunity for Jarintong, courtesy of or through Malang Jambang. Looking for option, spreading it wide. Mohamed Jobate, who scored the only goal, and his goal is the current difference between the two. Number 10 on his back. He has been the star player for Jarintong. And around the center of the area, DK United getting the ball of the area, and it is currently DK nil, Jarintong 1. And the score isn't in favor of DK, who need to score or else they will surrender maximum points. And it is definitely very crucial in Group G. This is where we have Manga 11 leading the group with 7 points after 3 matches, and in the 5 p.m. showdown, Manga 11 will face Josuang City. That's going to be the 4th game for Manga 11, and the 3rd game for Josuang City. Manga 11 played 3 matches, won twice, drew once with 7 points. Josuang City, after 2 matches, won once, drew once, and currently on 4. Jarintong, after 2 games, and this is their 3rd, won once and lost once, and currently enjoying the advantage. If they are able to hold on to this advantage, it's going to be 6 points for Jarintong around the area, and the central defender for DK is having it tough against Jambang Malang. Great combination from DK, spreading it wide on the far side. The flag of the assistant referee is down, and the custodian wouldn't be in any hurry. As Jarintong is currently enjoying the advantage. 1-0 is the current score from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. It is lively in the 2025 Serekunda West Mini Stadium, and is of course live on LSTV1. Parliament Fati, Kemo Kanyi, and behind camera operations is Osman Kamara. On the far side is Jarintong. Not for too long, DK picks possession in their own half. The central referee Mariama Fall is currently having a discussion, and discussion already sorted. Double substitution any moment for Jarintong, or leading by a goal to 0. And Josuang City will take on Manga 11 in the 5 p.m. showdown. Currently is DK up against Jarintong in the 3 p.m. showdown. Isn't as sunny as it used to be. It is currently Jarintong spreading it wide, and that never troubled the goalkeeper this time around. And it's double substitution. Jarintong will effect double substitution. Momodu J. Drame is coming off. Momodu J. Drame off. Tired leg off. Press leg introduced. Another player coming off for Jarintong is Malang Jambang. Jambang Malang, number 8, is also off. And it's a delivery, but they have to wait for the substitution. Signaled by central referee, and the referee is Mariam Fall, having the assistance of Mohamed Suwane. John Mendy Barham Cham is the 4th assistant referee, and Nima Bajan is the match commissioner. It's indeed a busy technical area for golfers, as both sides will eye for a victory. Jarintong up against DK. It is DK in their own half, thrilled by a goal to 0. Hoping to get something from this fixture. Or anyway, currently struggling
and trailed by a goal to nil. Mariama Fall, the central referee. The central referee with a lot of confidence. Mariama Fall, central referee. One of the finest, if not the finest, female referees in this competition. Mariama Fall, playing in the second tier of Gambian football as a referee, alongside Barham Cham, who is also uplifted and playing divisional matches. It is DK on the attack, and already it's a corner. Corner for the boys in red, and the boys in red trail by a goal to nil. And in the 5 p.m. showdown is Joshua City up against Manga 11, top of the table class in Group G. Manga 11 on 7 points, Joshua City on 4. Jarintong all around the area. That's a foul. That's a foul as signaled by the central referee. The central referee is Mariama Fall. Mohamed Suwane is one of the assistants. John Mendy, Barham Cham and Yima Bajan is the match commissioner. From the Serekunda West Mini Stadium, interesting on and off the pitch. We have a great turnout at the Serekunda West, where we currently having fans of DK and Jarintong behind their respective teams. The biggest of supporters are the fan base of Jarintong, who are currently leading by a goal to nil against a DK side who trail by a goal to nil. And Joshua City will take on Manga 11 in the same group in the 5 p.m. showdown. DK started this contest with Bafode JT in goal. We're still having Bafode, Sidi Hydra, Usman Drame, Mohamed Drame, Alaji Morungom, Mohamed Kuyate, Abubakar Drame, Usman Danso, Yaya Jalo, Momodu Drame, Bajedi Drame, completing the 11 for the Dipakunda Bay side DK United. And the team is under the guidance of Mod Lamin Jobate and Lamin Fati. Central referee Mariama Fall having the assistance of Mohamed Suwane, John Mendy and Barham Cham. Nima Bajan serving as the match commissioner. Mukhtar Drame is on the technical area for Jarintong, and Mukhtar Drame is having Ibrahim Sengor as his assistant. It is Jarintong once again, Mohamed Jobate, who scored the only goal, and his goal is the current difference. Jobate trying to use his pace against his marker, and no the effort. And this time palmed away partly by the custodian before finally saved by the central defender. And Kemo Kanyi, Mohamed Jobate seems to be the most impressive player for Jarintong, if not the most impressive player in this contest. And he has been a nuisance for DK United since the commencement of the game. We have seen getting a goal, and already his goal is the current difference. And then on the far of the flank, he is currently causing some problems for DK United. And then DK needs to be very much cautious of him, because he is somebody who can kick, he can run, and also can cause any problem or problems to any of the defense as far as the game is concerned.
Yes, he has outperformed his markers in the first half and then coming into the second half as well. He is giving them a lot of troubles here, because he is one of the players here that is creating a lot of problem to the DK United side. And then I believe they are aware of him, they know what he can do. So they need to be very much cautious of his attack here, because he is spacey and also will be able to score goals. You can see that when he hit that particular ball, the goalkeeper was well positioned. This is why he was able to palm that ball away and then deny him from scoring another goal into the contest here. But he is one of the star players for this particular side. To me, so far, he is the best player in this contest so far since the start of the first half. In his entire game, whenever he's on the ball, he creates a lot of trouble for the defending side, that is DK United. So they know him, they are aware of him. But all in all, it has been a great fight since the first half commences, and then coming into the second half as well, the fight continues here, and then the intention into this particular game is clear. Both sides will want to win this to go home with the maximum 3 points. So let's see which of the sides here will be going home with the maximum 3 points, whether it has to be the leaders currently into the game, or are we going to see the team that is currently thrilling here, coming from behind to actually prove us wrong into this particular game, or prove the spectators wrong into this particular game. They have the qualities as well, DK United. They have been playing very well since the start of the first half. I mean, they are a more dominant side in the first half, but they found themselves unfortunately behind through Mohamed Jabada's brilliant, solo goal.
Thank you very much, Kim Okanya. It is getting more and more interesting. And this crucial and lively game from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. It is DK up against Jarintong. And DK Jarintong on some defensive works to the clubs of the netminder. That wouldn't count. And Jarintong will use the opportunity to wind down the clock. Through the custodian. It's a pacey center forward. Unpenalized by the assistant referee. And it's an opportunity for DK, who are currently who are desperately in need of an equalizer. Who is coming off? Substitution for Jarintong. Bangalinjai. I believe Bangalinjai is coming off. Bangalinjai is taking off. Bangalinjai is already taking off. But he isn't happy. He isn't happy anywhere. An opportunity. DK now. Continue to pile pressure in search for an equalizer. Can they find a leveler here? Remains to be seen. Bangalinjai is substituted, but he isn't happy. But anyway, that is the beauty of the game. We have to get some other people substituted for fresh legs to be introduced. But he isn't the least happy after his substitution. But anyway, the score is currently in their favor. Jarintong 1, DK nil is the score. And that's a foul. That's a foul for DK. DK United. DK United 1, or DK United nil rather, Jarintong 1. Interesting on and off the pitch. It's a delivery for DK. That wouldn't count. And Jarintong currently having all its players behind the ball. Jarintong with the ball, they will attack, and without the ball, all their players will rally behind the ball. They will either want to have another goal or secure this 1-0 advantage. Whilst DK will hope to get a leveler and possibly have the chance of getting the second goal from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium, live on LSTV 1 Parliament 40. Kimo Kanyi, and behind camera operations is Osman Kamara. An easy time for the netminder. There is a player currently down. Probably that might be time-wasting tactic. And Jarintong will use every opportunity Kimo to wind down the clock, as the team will either want to protect this 1-0 advantage if they can get the second goal.
Yes, they will. This is what their course will be for now. They will want to protect this. They will employ every other tactic to protect this 1-0 lead here. Because at the end of the day, if the game had to end by the score line, they will still go home with the maximum 3 points, and this is what they will be yearning for. So, I mean, for their opponents, they are still fighting. You can see that since the commencement of the game, I can say they are the team that is dominating more of the position. But Jarintong, I mean, have been more clinical than them into this particular game. So in a game like this, especially in a derby, you need to be very much clinical if you are to go home with the maximum 3 points. But let's see when the real chance also fall to them, whether they will be able to capitalize on that particular chance and utilize it into a goal remains to be seen here. But for sure, they are very much aware that they will need only one very big chance here to get themselves back into the game. If they are able to create that particular chance, perhaps they may be able to capitalize on it and then score a goal from that particular chance. But so long as the game continues like this, Jarintong will be employing every other tactic to making sure that the game ends like this if they are not able to add up their advantage into the game part.
They will either protect this 1-0 advantage or get this second, and remains to be seen here in the Dipakunda derby between DK United and Jarintong. Who is going to win it remains to be seen. Around the area, DK United lost it. Around the center circle, and the central referee Mariam Afal has given the opportunity to DK United, desperately in need of an equalizer. That will be retaken. That will be retaken. The ball is in motion as signaled by the central referee Mariam Afal. Central referee with a lot of confidence. It's a central referee with a whole lot of confidence, Mariam Afal. And in the 5 p.m. game, where it's going to be top of the table clash between Joswang City and Manga 11, the game is going to be officiated by Barham Cham. Mariam Afal will serve as the 4th assistant referee. John Mendy and Mohamed Suwane will serve as 4th and 2nd assistants. It is already the 3 p.m. game. 1-0 is the score. Jarintong 1 at DK United 0 to the gloves of the netminder for Jarintong. DK United continue to search, but still struggling to find the back of the net. Noisy background from the Serekunda West. In case you're just joining us, it is all coming to you live. All coming to you live from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. Live on LSTV1 Parliament Party. Kimo Kanyi and Osman Kamara behind camera operations. That seems to be a protest from the central defense of DK Sidi Hydra. Sidi isn't happy boy anyway. The central referee Mariam Afal has the final say. She is the trusted central referee of this crucial Dipakunda derby between DK United and Jarintong. And the game is live on LSTV1 on both Facebook and YouTube. Special thanks to those monitoring the game live on either Facebook or YouTube. We are coming to you live from the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. Serekunda West Mini Stadium is the venue. Soweso 2025 Soma Nawettan is the competition. And the game is between DK United and Jarintong in the Group G class. The Group G class between Jarintong and DK. And in that group we have Manga 11, Joswang, Jarintong, DK and Old Joswang around the area, and this wouldn't count. But before that, the flag of the assistant referee has already gone up for an offside. DK United is a team from Dipakunda, and the head coach is Modlamin Jobate. Lamin Fati is his assistant. And DK in their 4th game lost 1-0 to Joswang City before playing out a nail-biting 1-1 draw against table toppers Manga 11. In their 3rd game is against Jarintong, and the team currently trailed by a goal to 0. And after this fixture will face Old Joswang in the final group game on the 2nd of October 2025 to determine whether to advance or whether to cross out of the competition as far as the league is concerned. Jarintong in their 4th game lost 2-0 to Manga 11. In the 2nd game, the team won 1-0 against Old Joswang. And in the 3rd is against DK. And currently on the advantage, on the driving seat, Jarintong Football Club. The final group game is going to be against Joswang City on the same day of 2nd October 2025 at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. And currently DK continue to search for an equalizer. It is the new entrant who is currently behind the ball. Currently behind the ball for DK. Giant wall assembled by Jarintong. Jarintong enjoying every moment. They will try to protect this 1-0 advantage if they can't get the second. Will they be able to remain to be seen? A set piece. Three-man wall assembled. There is already a player currently warming up for DK. in search for an equalizer. It's a set piece, floats that block in there by the wall partly. Dribble pass one, looking for second. Not a decent one, and Jarintong will break. Spreading it wide to Mohamed Jobate, who scored the only goal. The goalkeeper alert end up getting that ball off the area. And that was, of course, a decent counter-attack from Jarintong Football Club. Jarintong Football Club from Dipakunda. Equally DK United. DK United won the Serekunda West Knockout in 2005. This was at a time when the head coach Mukhtar Drame of Jarintong was part of the players for DK United. And in the same year of 2005 rather, DK United won the Super Cup. Jarintong won the knockout in 1996 before getting to the league final in 2017, where the team lost to Jantabi in the league final. Any moment we're going to see another substitution coming from DK United. The team trail and continue to bring in fresh legs inside for an equalizer. Kemo, this is definitely an interesting game. DK is still bringing in more and more fresh legs in search for an equalizer. They can't afford to lose this contest because already before coming into this contest, DK United is just on a goal. It's already on a point rather. DK United is currently on a point and already it's a set piece. Ball been taken forward and this time wouldn't count. This wouldn't count and it's already a goal kick signaled by the central referee, and the central referee is Mariam Afal, having the assistance of Mohamed Suwane. John Mendy Barham Cham is the fourth assistant referee and Yima Bajan the match commissioner. Is double substitution. Mohamed Kuyate is already off. Mohamed Kuyate is already off and being replaced. DK continue to bring in first legs. Kemo, I think DK are indeed desperately in need of an equalizer. They can't afford to lose this game because already on a point, and a defeat here will definitely have an impact on their chances of making it to the next phase of the Serekunda West Summer Nawettan. They can't just afford to lose this game against Jarintong.
Yes, very well, Pa. This is what you need to do. If you are losing at least by this such a margin, you need to bring in some fresh legs. If you feel that those that have started the game for you need some extra energy, that will be able to, push their ambition and then trying to make it so that you get yourself a leveler. So I believe those fresh legs that have been introduced here will be helpful to their cause. Then they will come up with fresh energy that they will be able to push the game harder on their opponents, so that they will be able to get themselves to a parity before the second half ends here. But time is a factor here that is the worst enemy for them as of now, because they know that within the space of 10-11 minutes they will need to do that, otherwise they will be losing this particular game to one of their rivals into this particular game, who will be heading home with 6 points, and then while them they will be remaining on just a point. So this is the task at hand for them, DK United side. So let's see if those fresh legs that have just been introduced, or that they have been introduced into this particular game to give them more energy into the game, whether they will be able to do that particular impact that their target, that impact of their target, meaning get themselves a goal here. But they are pushing very hard since they started, to be fair enough to the DK side. Jarintong also, their game plan has been just excellent for them. They have been pushing. They waited for DK United behind at the start of the game, and then as the game proceeds, they capitalized on the chance for one of their star players, Mohamed Jobate, who went solo to get his side the lead into this particular game. So this is the goal that they are still trailing by. Perhaps their fresh legs will be able to get themselves to parity before the second half ends here, but they will need to do the job here. Otherwise, they will be heading home with just a single point, and that is not that is not what they yearn for coming into this particular game, because they now have only one game to be played. If they win that meaning they will be only having 4 points from the group. That might not be enough for them to get themselves qualified to the next round. But they are having a huge task before this, within this final 10 minutes here to do. They will need to score 2 for them to win this particular game, or put themselves to parity and then fight for their next game.
Is that a possibility for DK? Remains to be seen. Is that going to be a howler? And that's the second goal for Jarintong. What a moment, a goalkeeping blunder. A howler from the netminder, Bafode Keita. And that's the second goal, and the second goal for Jarintong. Yusuf Hassan this time around. Kemo Kanyi, we were talking about an equalizer for DK. And now, more salt to their injury. The central defender, tall and lanky central defender, Yusuf Sane, has headed home the second after that blunder from the netminder. And then now, things are definitely very much difficult for DK, who need to score. Not only to score, but need to score twice at least to pick a point from this contest. And if they want to win the contest, they have to score thrice, which is definitely going to be a huge mountain to climb for the boys in red.
Yes, DK now, the job is becoming very difficult for them. Almost, the chase is almost, one will see out of their reach into this particular game. But nonetheless, it is football. They will need to score at least twice in the final 7 minutes that will be played here for them to get themselves a point into this, and then they must score 3 times for them to win this particular game. So that is a huge task. We were talking about for them to score at least a goal within the last 10 minutes that we had, or that will be playing here, and then it has gone to worse for them when the goalkeeper Keita made that costly error for them. He was trying to catch that ball, and then the ball, he was not having that wonderful grip, or that strong grip with the ball, and then the ball lures him, and then the defender for that of their opponents, tap the ball home for the second goal for the Jarintong side. So DK United, one will see they will be going home losing this particular game, but nonetheless it is still, the game is still very much alive. There is no little time in football. They are having 6 minutes here, plus any other additional time that will be played before before the final whistle will be blown here. It's a terrible error from the goalkeeper, and then Jarintong capitalized on it and then advance their advantage into this particular game. It is 2-0 now to the Jarintong side, and then DK United are having a huge task here. At least 2 or 3 goals that they will need to score for them to at least get a point into this particular game.
It's a huge mountain to climb.
In a very quick succession here. In 3 minutes we have seen them scoring 2 goals into the game here. So DK United, the game is out of reach for them. There is no coming back for them into this particular game, considering the time that will be played here. So they now have 4 minutes in the regulation time plus any other time that will be added here by the officials of the game for them to get themselves any positive result into this. So I'm not seeing any a positive result for DK United in this particular game, because fighting for a good goal, and then we have seen opponents scoring, doubling their advantage into the game in the in 8 minutes from time, and then with 6 minutes, barely 6 minutes to play again, we have seen them getting themselves another goal into this. That was also a very very beautiful goal from from the counter attacking football here, and then DK United they will be going home losing this particular game, though there is no little time in football, but they are not making that particular dominance into this particular in this game that can tell you that yes, within the space of 4 or 3 minutes they will be able to score 3 goals into this particular game. The game is out of reach for them.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. It is getting more and more interesting, and time running out for DK. The team trailed by 3 goals to nil against Jarintong. It's a corner for DK. It's a corner for DK. DK trailed by 3 goals to nil against Jarintong. Central referee Mariama Fall is the trusted referee around the area. Can they at least pull one back? It's now the ambition. That wouldn't count. And the goalkeeper will have every time, every minute and every second to wind down the clock. And as we can see, the central referee Mariama Fall has signaled that he can't waste any time. Jarintong. It is DK in their half. 3-0 against Jarintong in the Dibakunda derby. An opportunity for DK at least to pull a goal back here. And is that going to be possible? We have to wait. We're going to have multiple substitutions for Jarintong, and the team is currently enjoying the advantage. 3-0 is the current score. Momodu Jabate broke the deadlock in the first period before central defender Yusufa Sane heading home after a howler from the netminder Bafode Keita. And the third goal for Jarintong came courtesy of Modunjai, who fired home to give the third to the Dibakunda base club Jarintong. That's a decent clearance. Probably the goalkeeper is very much aware that coming back into this contest is unrealistic for the boys in red. The team captain. Disappointing game for DK United. 3-0 against Jarintong in the Dibakunda derby. DK back heel around the edge of the 18. Can they at least pull a goal back here? Finally, it's a corner as pointed. Any moment from now, we're going to see the minutes of additional time. Additional minutes will be raised any moment from now by the 4th assistant referee Barham Cham. And Barham is going to be the central referee in the top of the table class. Top of the table class between Manga 11 and Joshua. 3 minutes added on. 3 minutes for DK to score 3 solid goals, or else they will surrender maximum points to Jarintong, who are currently enjoying the 3-0 advantage. And if the game should stay like this, Jarintong will now move to second, only behind Manga 11. Jarintong will be on 6 points, whilst Josuang City will move to third. and Josuang City will be hoping to secure maximum points. Kemo Kanyi and Jarintong with a victory here will move to second on the table standing. Already Manga 11 on 7 points, leading the chart after 3 matches. Before the contest, Josuang City on 4 points, but with a victory for Jarintong, Jarintong will now move to 6 points. Manga 11 will be on 7, and Josuang City will also be hoping to secure maximum points to move back to second place, second or fourth place, depending on the standing as far as the group is concerned. But one thing is for sure. Josuang City wouldn't want to lose to Manga 11, who are currently leading the table with 7 points. And already a victory for Jarintong will also move them to second place before the showdown between Manga 11 and Josuang City.
Yes, very well. Jarintong will now be they are already on second place in their group, and then Manga 11 is the team leading on 7 points. So they are currently at 1 point adrift of Manga 11 side. That depends. So Manga 11 will now be taking on Josuang City. So Josuang currently on 4 points. So let's see what happens in that particular game. But currently Jarintong, this is the result that they will highly welcome, and then they'll be hoping at least for a draw or a win to that of the leaders Manga 11 against Josuang City, because they know Josuang City winning, they will be climbing on top back to the second place. So for them, they will be dropping to the third place as they are. So but for now, let's see what happens here. They are currently on the second place in their group, and then they will be hoping that the result between Manga 11 and Josuang City favors them, and then this will be their prayer. So let's see what happens here. But currently here, they are the team that is currently leading here by 3-0, and then they have done that with a style, because most of their goals you see whenever they are attacking, they attack with intense. In trying to make it so that they give that composure to the game whenever they are attacking with a very, very high composure, and then try to harm their opponents. And then they have done that on 3 very good occasions here. This is why they are leading by 3-0, Jarintong. So let's see what DK United will do at the end of this particular game. But already they are losing this particular game by a 3-goal margin. So let's see if they will be able to at least get themselves a consolation here in this final minutes here that will be playing for.
To the final moments of this crucial and lively game. Come back in this contest. Come back in this contest is impossible, as we are now moving into the final minute of this crucial and lively showdown in the Deepa Kunda derby around the area, at least to pull a goal back to the gloves of the netminder. That would have been a consolation. That would have been a consolation for DK. And that's full time. And it's full time at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium. Full time in the Deepa Kunda derby between DK United and Jarintong. And DK United 0, Jarintong 3 is the final score. This has been Parliament 40. Kemo Kanye at the cabin for LSTV1, Osman Kamara behind camera operations. Until then, bye-bye briefly, and we'll be back in the 5 p.m. showdown between Manga 11 and Josuang City. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another fantastic live commentary in the 5 p.m. game between Manga 11 and Josuang City. Until then, it has been Parliament 40. Kemo Kanye, Osman Kamara, and bye-bye, and do join us in the next 15 for the continuation.